And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week. And this week, the Pennsylvania Supreme Court pushed back the beginning of the electoral process for 2022, saying that they were going to suspend the time when petitions for nomination could be circulated. And Governor Tom Wolf, rolls out his final budget proposal. Wolf's budget proposal includes a nearly 17% increase in state spending. Think about that. That boils down to about $17 million per day. Think about that by the hour, and think about the fact that it costs the typical Pennsylvania family about $1,000 a year in increased spending. At a time when the Independent Fiscal Office is telling us that we face a serious budget deficit in the years ahead, shouldn't the money that's coming from the federal government, after all, ultimately taxpayer money too, be used as a set-aside for the days to come rather than being profitably spent right away? But Tom Wolf has never met a dollar he didn't want to tax and never met a dollar he didn't want to spend. And unfortunately, Josh Shapiro has an idea that's even worse. And it's Super Bowl weekend. Sadly, neither the Eagles nor the Steelers are there, but it always promises to be exciting. I got to tell you, I've kind of had it with NFL football because of all the nonsense that's going on about politics in the sport. I just want to watch the game, but you can't help but pay attention to Super Sunday. It's an American tradition, and everybody wants to know, who are you picking, Charlie? I kind of like the underdog. You know, the Bengals were predicted to have a 6-win season, so they've outperformed everything already. And if their offensive line can hold up just a little bit, because as you remember, Burrow's got sacked, I think, 6 or 7 times against the Titans, managed to get up and win the game, but that Rams front four is incredibly tough, reminiscent of Deacon Jones and Rosie Greer and Merlin Olsen, etc., of the days of old and the fearsome foursome. They're pretty tough. But if the offensive line can hold up, I think the Cincinnati Bengals can pull out a victory. So I'll call it there. You can tell me on Monday that I was wrong. And as you're planning your Super Bowl party, watch out when you go to the grocery store, because even in a short period of time, you may be in for a big surprise. If you can even get what you're looking for, the prices have gone through the roof. You remember the Biden administration first said, there is no inflation. Then they said, well, it's under control. And now look at it, at 40-year highs, according to this week's report. Not a good thing for the country. Ultimately, we got to get back to something called fiscal responsibility. And Monday brings us St. Valentine's Day for lovers everywhere. And if you don't know the history of St. Valentine, take just a minute to look at it. A Christian martyr who was a mission to those lovers, etc. Also the patron saint of epileptics, and someone you really should know just a little bit about. And if you love racing, please note that I'm here at the Eastern Museum of Motor Racing in beautiful Latimer Township, northern Adams County, just off of Route 15. If you ever get a chance, stop by. It's a truly amazing facility. I'm going to chat a little bit with Nancy Miller, the president, and we'll do that at another time on camera here. But for now, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.